It's come to be known as the A4 Revolution, a wave of protests that was spread across China for the past few weeks, demanding to an end of the harsh lockdown and the zero-COVID restrictions. Blank sheets of paper served as a symbol of dissent against censorship and a tactic to avoid arrest under Chinese law. The recent arrest started from the apartment fire that killed 10 people in Xinjiang's Urumqi late November. Starting in November this year, protests have erupted in at least 17 cities in China, marking the largest anti-government protest since the 1989 Tiananmen Square protests. This has posed a threat to Xi Jinping and the Chinese Communist Party. On November 24th, a fire broke out in an apartment building in Xinjiang's Urumqi. It took 3 hours until firefighters started to extinguish the fire. At least 10 people were killed and 9 others injured, according to Chinese authorities. However, activists have claimed that dozens more were killed in the blaze. Many believe Beijing's strict COVID rules contribute to the death toll, which triggered protests across China. People in major Chinese cities held up blank pieces of A4 paper while marching in the streets, calling for the resignation of President Xi Jinping. The outbreak of the protests have sparked concern around the world. Although contents deemed sensitive are often removed or blocked on Chinese social media, protest-related videos were widely spread on other platforms such as Twitter. Not only citizens in mainland China, but also people who lived overseas supported the demonstrations, making the A4 Revolution a global movement.
国务院联防联控机制综合组出台了进一步优化落实新冠肺炎疫情防控的措施。
China announced further relaxation on COVID policy on December 7th in response to the nationwide protests. The 10 new easing rules, including allowing affected people with mild or no symptoms to quarantine at home, and health code and negative tests are no longer needed when entering most of the indoor venues. However, whether the A4 revolution will be put to rest and whether Xi's regime will be affected are still uncertain.